It's Michael Jackson's song.
Well, it's actually a new one. KLK 102.5 FM. 22 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. This is the Wake Up Jonesboro Morning Show. Kato Wonder is in the building, and I have a very special guest with me. I have Dr. Cherisse Jones-Branch. She is a professor at Arkansas State University. How are you doing today, Dr. Branch?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Why don't you tell us just a little bit about your background and what you do at Arkansas State?
Well, I'm associate professor of history at Arkansas State University, and I have been there for 12 years. And sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just letting you.
Oh, and I teach courses in United States history, women's history, African American history, heritage studies. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I serve on lots of committees.
I believe that you actually was hired to take the place of the late Dr. C.C. Coleman.
I was hired to take Dr. C. Calvin Smith.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. When he retired, and in fact, he was on the committee that hired me.
Oh, okay. Well, I remember having classes with Dr. Smith, and he was definitely a great man. And
yes, he's a legend around those parts.
You got some big shoes to fill there.
And I'm trying to do the best I can to fill them.
Well, I'm sure that you're doing a good job. Okay, the reason why you are here today in the studio, as I've been talking about earlier, we're here to discuss the topic of scholarships, and this is something that is very important because without education, we just cannot prosper. And the biggest challenge today with education is actually financing education, and a lot of people don't know about the various opportunities that are available to them to get an education. They just don't know. So I just wanted you to kind of touch on the importance of finding those resources to get an education today.
Yeah, I think it's really critical for people to, particularly those who have kids who are in high school, although I would argue the earlier you start, the better prepared you are. But start seeking out those sources of information. Make sure you take the ACT and or the SAT. I understand the ACT is taken far more often here in Arkansas than the SAT is. But taking those exams, getting your scores as high as possible, and contacting the institutions you're interested in so you can get the information you need about scholarships, grant opportunities, work study opportunities, and so on and so forth. Knowledge is power, so the more you know, the more questions you ask, the better prepared you can be.
Now, you mentioned the ACT, and I remember taking the ACT when I was in high school, and I was actually able to get a waiver because of income to take the ACT, and I think that's something that a lot of people aren't aware of, that you can actually get a waiver for the fees for the ACT if your income meets a certain threshold.
I unfortunately don't know as much about that. I grew up in South Carolina where people took the SAT far more often, but if you say it, I believe you. But there again, that's why it's important to ask those questions so that you know what you can and can't do and what opportunities are available to you, because a lot of things to a lot of people are cost prohibitive, but you're not asking the right questions. You may not be able to afford it, and there may be a way around it. You don't have to miss out on opportunities simply because you don't have the money.
But Dr. Branch, what are some of these scholarship opportunities that are available out there for young men and young women?
Well, I brought in a couple of things here. One of the things that you would definitely want to look into are the Arkansas Academic Challenge Scholarships. And this information, by the way, it's available at ASU, for example. It's available online. So you definitely want to check those out. You want to make sure you're aware of what the minimum ACT score is, what the minimum high school GPA is. And you can also get some of this information from www.adhe.edu.
Could you give that website one more time?
Sure, www.adhe.edu, the Arkansas Department of Higher Education. I would also say, particularly if you're interested in Arkansas State University, is go on the website and look up financial aid and look at their listing of scholarships. I don't know them all because there's so many. right? So go on there, check them out for yourself. Take a look at your ACT scores, take a look at your GPA, and see if you're eligible for any of them. And if you are eligible, and this is the really big thing, apply. Apply. Often it's not just that people don't know about the scholarships; they may know about them and may simply not want to apply. And you just have to do it.
Worst thing you can be told is no.
Well, you know what I'm saying? If you don't try, the answer will always be no. But if you try every once in a while, the answer might be yes.
All right. And do you know of any particular contact person at ASU or anywhere that a person could call to get further advice on scholarships?
My contact, the person that I like to consult for this kind of thing, is Mr. Victor Hill. He's Assistant Director of Counseling and Counseling Services Coordinator in Financial Aid at Arkansas State University. And again, if you go to the website, all of these folks are listed on the financial aid website at ASU, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer whatever questions you have. You just have to ask them.
Dr. Branch, do you have any final comments or anything else that you would just like to say to the parents and even any students that might be listening to us right now?
Ask for the help you need. Don't be afraid to ask. I always tell people, if I'm the only person you know at ASU, feel free to contact me. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know it all, but if I don't know, I certainly know who to talk to. I just think it's really important that we're proactive about this, because far too often students of color are missing out on opportunities either because they don't know or they're afraid. And you have to understand that can have lifelong implications. Your education is important. It's what you need to help yourself get ahead, but you have to start doing the legwork to make all of that happen as soon as you possibly can.
And how can people get in touch with you if they have questions?
Well, if you want to get in touch with me, you can just email me at crjones.astate.edu.
Okay, and one more thing that we have to let everyone know is Dr. Branch is helping KLEK with a series of Black History vignettes that she's recorded for the station. We want to publicly, on the airways, thank her for all of the hard work and dedication that she has put in recording those Black History segments. They're very informative. In fact, we got one coming up in about next couple minutes, so you want to definitely stay tuned for that. So, Dr. Branch, would you like to just kind of give any comments about the Black History segments that you have recorded for the station?
Sure. It was a lot of fun to record them. I was a little afraid to do that at first, but it turned out to be a lot of fun.
She did good.
Thank you. There's a lot of information out there, and one of the things that I try to do, I'm going to be talking about people of African descent nationally and internationally, but one of the things that was very important to me was to record vignettes that spoke to what Black people from Arkansas have done. We've got a lot of rich history in the state, and where possible, I'd like people to know as much about it as possible. So that's why I thought it was important to seek out those resources. And they're out there. They're out there. We've done a whole lot, but unfortunately, people from other places know more about what has happened in Arkansas than people who live in Arkansas.
And that is definitely true. Dr. Cherisse Jones-Branch, we want to thank you for visiting the studio today. Again, if you need more information about those scholarships, just contact Dr. Branch or contact Mr. Hill, or just Google Arkansas State University and find the financial aid section. Do not be afraid to ask all the questions. The money's out there. Go get that money, y'all. Coming up next, we're going to actually hear from Dr. Branch with one of her Black History moments. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
This is Dr. Cherisse.